Alright, today we're working with a Dell Poweredge T440. Picked up this nice piece of hardware from a micro center that had it sitting in the warehouse for a couple years. So it was brand new. Got it for like half price. It was great. Anyway, it comes with a 2-socket motherboard, CPUs. And you can see there's only one in there. That in there is a Intel Xeon Silver 4208. We're going to be pulling that one out, and we're going to replace it with 2 Xeon Golds. These are 2.2. I believe these are the these are the 5120s. So we're going to get these plugged in and test it out, see if the power is enough. This has 1100 watts each, and they're the plus platinums. Alright, let me get this set up. Yeah, just reposition this, lay the tower on its side. One other thing too I want to stress is I know a lot of people have mixed opinions about static and frying chips and things like that. So I do recommend having some sort of a wrist strap plugged in to an outlet that you can actually monitor it. Here we're using an older model AC outlet analyzer, so that my wrist strap has this banana jack, plugs in right here, and then with my thumb I can place it here and test it, and I test green, as you can see, and I pass. I know that this is working. So in the event if I were to if I was just to disconnect my wrist strap, come over here and test. See, it doesn't light up because I'm not grounded. So, you can get those $5 wrist straps off of Amazon, but again, you don't know if it's actually working unless you have some way of testing the ground on the outlet and on your wrist strap. Alright, so back to the board. One other thing too I wanted to just point out, which I'm sure a lot of you know, is when you have a 2-socket board like this, you have your own set of memory for the one CPU on the left. As you can see, we've got 4 slots here, 4 memory slots. And then we've got 4 more up here. And that's all for just that one socket, that one CPU. On the other side, you've got 4 more. Which, actually, looking at this, you gotta correct me. Can't count today, guys. There's 3 here, and then there's 3 up here. So now, if we refer back to the door, we got memory all over the place, stacked up. So in this particular motherboard, you have to go in order, and you got to go in pairs. See, so socket 1, right here. Socket 1 is going to use up all these memory banks, and then socket 2 is going to use all of these. So yeah, it is a little strange how you've got 5. You've got 5, but then on this side you've got 3 and 3. And you can see the little chart down here tells you if you want to go with memory optimized or mirroring. We're just going to be using memory optimized, so as long as we stay within the sequence, then the memory will work. So right now we've got bottom 2 and that third one used. So right now we're using A1, A2, and A3. And then we've got one in that upper on the black slot. So we've got and on the white slot. A4. Sorry, with the camera. So right now we're using A1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we'll probably do is we'll take off A3 and 4 and put them over here to B1 and B2, just to see if it's going to like that and accept that. If not, then we'll have to get some more memory chips. One other thing I wanted to point out real quick here is, and we're not going to name names as far as where I got these from, but these CPUs are in this plastic casing here with this pink poly. And the problem with the pink poly is I've got a Desco surface probe here that we could at least test to see where we're at. I know my workbench is grounded because this is a laminate top that's grounded. So if I were to test this top, I could see that I'm in the 10 to the 9th, 10 to the 10th range. When I bring it over to my work mat, I could see I'm in 10 to the 10th also. Just for that particular area. Again, I'm measuring such a small area. When I put it in the pink poly, I'm off the charts. So this pink poly is static generating. Doesn't really say much for the CPU as far as if it's, you know, have an intermittent issue or if there's going to be something wrong with it, if it's actually going to work every time. I also noticed there was a bunch of spots on it. Maybe let's call it dirt, possibly from that pink poly. The best way to clean this, in my opinion, is using alcohol wipes. A pre-saturated wipe that is designed for maybe SMT work, which you know, has low lint. The ones I'm using today is this here from Tech Spray. It's 70% IPA, which means it's 70% alcohol blended with deionized water. A lot of people ask, what's the difference between, you know, a 99% and let's say something like this, which is a 70%. The biggest thing being is that when you wipe whatever you're wiping, the alcohol will stay on that surface longer with a 70%. Basically because it's watered down, right? You've got a mix. You don't have pure alcohol. If you were to have a wipe that was 99% alcohol, you would wipe it and it would be very, very quickly evaporated. In this instance, I'm using 70% because I want that cleaning agent on there just a little while longer just to be able to clean those contacts. So we're going to get this installed, and we've also got to find another heat sink because they didn't come with the heat sinks. I've only got the one there that it came with.